Hey guys, welcome back to the channel. Gabe here. I have a juicy reading for you guys tonight. I'm not sure what this reading is going to end up being, but I do have some dueling John Holland decks. I'm going to pull for the Divine Masculine and the Divine Feminine, and I'm going to finish up with some Lover's Oracle cards. So I have the Psychic Tarot for the Heart for the Divine Masculine, and Spirit Messages also by John Holland. So he's not a sponsor for this video, but if you, and also Hay House is not a sponsor for this video, but if you do want to sponsor me, hello, I'm here. You can send me some decks, thanks. But just getting right into it tonight, we have for the Divine Masculine, Healing Begins. Yeah, this is a good start to the reading. I could definitely feel where I, as a Divine Masculine, have been healing a lot recently. I had some recent little mini breakthroughs in some bigger blocks that I've been healing, and you can really start to feel when that shift is taking place. You feel the little incremental changes as you go through the mirror exercise and you get to a place of peace. But when you can feel that deeper healing start, feel those energy shifts, it feels really good. And I feel like the Divine Masculine is going deeper into his healing with this card tonight. All right. The Divine Feminine is saying synchronicity. This card, I feel like every time I pull from this deck, I get a synchronicity card. This was like a inside joke between me and my twin flame. We were just like, what are you gonna pull from that card? That deck, synchronicity? Yep. Yeah, Divine Feminine, I feel like you're, getting all these messages from God right now. You're trying to get clear on what the universe is telling you. And it's just time to really sink into your heart and, maybe even ask God for, what these signs mean to help you interpret them correctly. Because synchronicities don't always have, sometimes, God is very literal, but oftentimes when we see a sign like 222 or 1111, sometimes we tend to make up our own meaning for that because of something that we want to happen, or because of the way that we want to control things to go. And God has a very specific meaning for you in those messages. And you need to pay attention to how you're feeling in those moments. Pay attention to, the thoughts that you're having in those moments. And if you're not clear on what those mean, just ask God to show you, and you'll be able to interpret it more clearly. And this just is a sign that, yeah, those synchronicities, those signs that you're seeing do have meaning, and you can trust that God is guiding you perfectly. All right, for the Divine Masculine, coming together. Yeah, this could definitely mean coming together in the physical for some of you. If you're calling in your twin flame, you've been doing your inner work, you've been loving yourself, and really just feeling the vibes recently. This could mean coming together. And I know I think the new moon just happened recently. Some of you guys who are into astrology are gonna tell me if I'm right or wrong. I know the new moon is associated with manifestation and everything, and not that your twin flame journey isn't tied to the new moon or anything like that, but it doesn't have any pull over your twin flame. But it can be a good time of tapping into that energy to help you manifest your twin flame, and that's doing the mirror exercise, loving yourself, focusing on God, yourself, spirit. You don't, call them in by waiting for the portal or waiting for a new moon. You just call them in by continually loving yourself and having those affirmations. Doing the Twin Flames Romance Attraction e-course that Jeff and Shaleia have at twinflamesuniverse.com. You do all the things that are helping you build yourself up, fall in love with yourself, and attract your twin flame. And the Divine Masculine is calling that in. coming together with this twin flame, even if it's not in the physical. This could be, recognizing your oneness within, because that is a huge step in actually claiming your twin flame in the physical, is to recognize that you're already one and you're already together in spiritual truth. And when you continually affirm that truth, that becomes your reality. All right. Yay. Yeah, I feel like this is the answer to this one. This is perfect for the Divine Feminine. New beginnings. Some of you have been together before. You maybe came together and you weren't able to sustain your relationship, and you fell apart, and you were thinking that how could you ever get past what happened? How could you ever come back together again? And this is a sign of new beginnings. You can come back together with your twin flame. You can always choose togetherness with your twin flame. There's never anything you can do with your twin flame to ruin the relationship. It doesn't matter how bad it's looked. It doesn't matter what you called each other, what you said, what was done, what blocks you ran into. If you've healed within and you've cleared those blocks, it's always possible to make that new choice and say, hey, I choose to be together with my twin flame. I choose to have that unconditional love for my twin flame. I choose togetherness. I choose to be in my union. I choose to be in my harmonious union. And so, new beginnings are possible. Let go of the past. Don't let them hold you back. And you will, manifest your perfect life with your twin flame. Just allow yourself to go through, follow the steps that God is guiding you towards, and allow for it to happen. You got to allow it. You can't be oh, there's a new beginning, and have expectations and start to latch onto how it's going to happen. Just know that as you're continuing on your journey, this can happen, this will happen. Just allow it. All right. Good. This is another amazing card for the Divine Masculine. Blossom. Yeah, so if you guys have been watching my series of Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine readings, you know that the masculine has been going through this transformation energy. And so this is really blossoming into himself. I think we think of blossoming as feminine blossoming, but it's the same thing for a masculine. He comes into himself, and the Divine Masculine is going through that transformation and coming into himself. And this is what's going to allow you guys to come together and have that new beginning, is really going deeper into claiming yourself. And you can do this too, Divine Feminine. This is not just for the Divine Masculine. You can claim and go deeper into yourself and really blossom into the Divine Feminine that you are. Don't hold yourself back by any of these limitations that you've put on yourself. Of this is how I've always been. Well, just because it's something that you've always done doesn't mean it's in alignment with your true divine self. So look at those places where maybe they feel kind of out of alignment with love, or maybe you're just numbed out here and oh, this is what I've been doing. Take a look at those things and Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine, and really blossom into who you are as as that divine being, that divine child of God. And know that you don't have to be perfect to be in your union. You don't have to be the full expression of your divine self. You just need to love yourself in the places that God is calling you, and your twin flame will show up. They'll come into your life, and you don't get to control how that happens again, but as you continue loving yourself and going deeper there, your twin flame will be like a magnet on you. So don't worry about that. All right, next card for the Divine Feminine. Stand your ground. Yeah, I feel like this is about grounding. This is about grounding your roots. Typically, there's one of you in the union that is a little bit more high. One of you is a little bit more grounded. And, it's always important to ground. It's always important to ground into your current level of peace, your current level of love, instead of just continuing on that high. So Divine Feminines, if you're on this high, when is the masculine coming home? That kind of woo-woo-y energy. This is a sign to kind of ground into peace, ground into a foundation that your twin flame is going to come home to, because you're already together. in spiritual truth. You're already together. You're building your foundation for your love life. You're building your foundation for you guys to actually come together and like, you know, blossom into your union. And so, you know, if you're staying up here in this high energy, your union is going to have a hard time like manifesting and like stabilizing. If you ground, you're going to find that you can grow from that space instead of falling apart very quickly because you just got high. You know, take that time to ground. It's you're not losing anything, though. Like you might lose the high of like wah, but you will like ground into something eternal, which is peace. And again, from that place you can grow. Like see all these branches. He's like growing from this foundation that he has by standing his ground. So yeah, and this is also, you know, I feel like there's a message here of empowerment as well. Divine Feminine, you do have the power in your union to like manifest it. You don't have to feel like it's hopeless or, you know, your twin flame is outside of you. Your union is not outside of you. Your union is within. And so when you like continue affirming your union within, you know, that's how you're going to attract it. Okay, bottom of the deck, so we can move to our romance oracle message, our lover's oracle message. The bottom of the deck for the Divine Masculine is joy and stability. Yeah. As you guys are healing, coming together, blossoming, you know, you're going to go ground into more joy and stability in your union. I'm sorry, I'm just like, throat. You're going to ground into more stability in your union and joy. And this has to happen within yourself first, Divine Masculine. You can't be with your woman if you're miserable on the inside. If you're just like, oh, I'll be happy when my twin flame, I'm with her. No, that's not how it works. If you are miserable and you go into your union, your twin flame is going to mirror that misery back at you and amplify it. Do not do that to yourself. Ground into joy and stability within yourself first. Take care of yourself first. Heal those blocks to feeling love and joy right now. Feel it now. I love it. This is also a 4. This is talking about foundation. We just talked about that. You know, ground into your foundation of joy and stability, and from there, your union will flourish. And the Divine Feminine, cleanse. Yeah, this is a time to really like get clear out your energy. In addition to grounding, we're clearing out those upsets, clearing out your consciousness so that you can have a peaceful union and reunion with your twin flame. You know, if you're still up in here in chaos and drama in your head and you're giving into that, you're actually really like numbing out to like your real feelings if you're like attaching to drama. Instead, you can use the mirror exercise or, you know, ground into like whatever piece that you're in right now, you know, like ground into that level, cleanse, like, you know, come to a place of peace. And then that's where you're going to, you know, see the most results from your inner work, is like fully grounding and healing through what you're asked to heal through, and then moving to the next step. It's very important because you don't want to go into your relationship based on drama. Again, like I was saying with the Divine Masculine, you can't wait for your twin flame and then I'll be at peace. And then I can love when my twin flame is here, when he shows up on his way. No, that's not how it works. You have to clear your own consciousness. You have to do your own inner healing work. You have to be happy with yourself. You have to feel peaceful within yourself so that when you come together, you'll amplify that joy, that love, that peace, that stability, that cleansed consciousness. When you come together from that space, you'll amplify that instead of misery and obsession and codependency and those things. So focus on, you know, grounding into peace, joy and stability, Divine Masculine, Divine Feminine. And, you know, it looks like we're headed towards a nice, you know, healing space. Okay. Now I'm going to I'll pull 3 cards from the Liver's Oracle just to give you guys a nice little rounded message. I shuffled these. I'm just pulling randomly from the deck. These are shaped like hearts, and so they're really hard to shuffle. And so I just kind of like toss them in a box and then pull randomly, and that is shuffled. So here we are. All right, our first card is look deep within your heart and you will feel my love. My love for you is as deep as the ocean. Yeah, this is a confirmation that your twin flame loves you, whether you're with them physically or you're not. Your twin flame loves you, like, very deeply. And, that's why, like, sometimes we experience them, we experience that mirroring effect is because they do love you. They love you perfectly in every moment. And it's always for deeper healing. It's always pointing you to God. It's always pointing you to deeper love within yourself. And, because they know that when you love yourself, when you give yourself that love, when you don't expect them to be God for you, you can actually have the beautiful romance, the fulfilling, peaceful romance that you're actually desiring. Next card. Criticizing one another will only lead to further unhappiness. Love and accept each other as you are, and your relationship will magically transform. Yeah, this is beautiful. This is a lesson in unconditional love. And this goes back to like the new beginnings card that we talked about earlier on the divine feminine side, is like, let go of the past. It doesn't matter what's happened in your twin flame union. It doesn't matter what you guys have said, what has been done. If you criticize your twin flame, you're criticizing yourself. The way you treat your twin flame is directly related to how you treat yourself. And that can be really humbling to look at it and say, like, ooh, I treated my twin flame not so great. And the temptation is to get defensive. Well, they did this. Wrong attitude. It's not you versus them. You are a team. You are one. And they're treating you, the way they're treating you is a reflection of how you treat yourself. The way you treat them is in a relationship to how you treat yourself. So look at that. Like, go through the mirror exercise. Work with a coach. I'm a coach. You can book a introductory session with me at sacredtwinflameunion.com. Like, this, the combativeness of trying to fight each other is not going to work. So let go of that. Practice unconditional love. Practice unconditional radical forgiveness. That doesn't mean that you will suddenly agree with something that they did. This just means that you let it go. That you don't hold it against them. That you don't wait until they come back and say, see, I was right. No, wrong attitude. You surrender and you just love them. Love them unconditionally, whether they're with you or they're not with you, no matter what happened. And do this thing for yourself first. Love yourself no matter what has been said or what has been done. And that's how you're going to attract the love that you want. Your relationship will magically transform because you are one. And when you are on a good terms with yourself, when you love yourself, when you forgive yourself for all the things that you think you've done, you've forgiven them. You've released each other from this imaginary slight that has happened, and you allow that space for your union to actually reform and have that new beginning. All right, last card. My beloved, though we may be physically apart, spiritually we are always united, for love transcends space and time. Nothing is missing. Yes, this is it. This is it. You are always, 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 can't say this enough, always with your twin flame. You are always with them. Even if you can't see them, even if you can't feel them in this moment, you are always with your twin flame in spiritual truth. You have never, ever been apart because you were created together, and that's how you will always remain. And so affirm that. Don't allow yourself, feel through any feelings that come up, but don't dwell in that space. Don't, affirm separation by saying, oh, I miss him. Like, he's not here. She's not here. No. Be like, affirm that your twin flame is with you in your heart. You don't have to like be crazy about it and, you know, make them your relationship status or whatever on Facebook or stalk them or anything like that. You don't have to tell people that they're your boyfriend or girlfriend. You don't have to do that level of something. That's controlling. But what you can do is affirm it in your heart. Know the truth in your heart. Whether or not, no matter what it looks like on the outside, know that your twin flame is here. Know that you are one. And, you know, that's how you transcend the space and time. That's how you manifest them, is through that strong belief. And it's okay, you know, it may take some time. It may take, you know, what seems like time, what you experience as time, to manifest them in your reality. But as you continue to love yourself, you continue to affirm the truth, know that it is inevitable that you will be with your twin flame. And if it's in your heart and in your desire to be with them in this lifetime, you can be. God does not put a desire in your heart if you cannot have it. So claim that for yourself, and it will be yours. All right, guys, thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more. If you'd like to work with me as a certified ascension coach, I can help you. You can see my services at sacredtwinflameunion.com. I also offer personalized readings that you can get for your own journey. And otherwise, I will see you guys in the next video.